Another video so soon. I'm spoiling you guys. I'd like to thank today's sponsor. Me. I'm today's sponsor. But for real, if you want to support the channel, give the video a like, give it a little subscribe, share it with someone who could benefit. At the end of the day, the whole reason I'm doing this is to help improve the lives of people. So if it's helped you in any way, if you find benefit in any way, share it around, show some love. If you really want to support the channel, you can also join the membership. You'll find a join button down below. Either way, we're happy to have you here. Today, we're doing the most important, in my humble opinion, myofascial release for the body. That is the glute medius. This area gets extremely restricted on everybody. I myself find the most restriction in this area. Every client that I work with and help them do it, they find the same thing, extremely tight and restricted. Remember, anywhere your fascia is restricted, it's dehydrated. And when there's dehydrations, that's when adhesions, problems, damages occur. And any area that is dehydrated and forming restrictions is going to affect the whole body. So it's extremely important that you start to work on your myofascia, you make it a part of your practice, you do it. And in fact, if you're not doing it, you're only doing yourself a disservice, because when you're training with a lot of restrictions in your fascia, you're only further facilitating those restrictions and therefore creating an environment where you get easily injured. And the goal is not to have one amazing workout. The goal is to live a long, happy, healthy life. You experience this life through your body, and therefore the more your body can flow, the less restrictions you have, the more it frees up your mind, the more it frees up your experience. Your health is determined by your ability to experience life. The greater your health, the greater that experience is. Where is the glute medius? As some of you probably know, the glute is made up of three muscles: the glute maximus, the glute medius, the glute minimus. The glute max is the one that we're all familiar with, the peach. If you're going to find your glute med, you're going to find your lower back, and from this position, you're just going to work down a bit so you feel this ridge of your hip bone. And then you're going to move out to the sides, and you'll feel quite a meaty section, a padded area. This is the glute med. One of the reasons it becomes so restrictive is because of sitting. Sitting really restricts the hip flexor, and guess what has to compensate? The body is always compensatory. So whatever's happening on the front is affecting the back, whatever's happening on the back is affecting the front. So because the hip flexor is in a shortened position from sitting, even when you lengthen the hip flexor, it's still restricted here. So it's still pulling everything out of balance, and then this area becomes very dehydrated, very restricted. Now, because this area gets very tight for a lot of people, it's going to be very painful if you haven't done it before. That's why I recommend starting with a softer ball if you can. If you can tolerate a bit more pain, then go for a bit harder ball. Like I said in my first video, you want to be well hydrated, drinking a lot of water, drinking structured water, adding minerals to your water. It's crucial that you hydrate when doing myofascial release. It's crucial that you hydrate full stop, but especially when you're doing myofascial release. So how we're going to do the release, we're going to find that glute med spot. So we're going to put the ball in that spot, and the side that you're doing it, you're going to let that leg flop out. You're going to place your other foot on top of that foot, because as you press down, you can lift your hips up. It gives you some leverage so that you can gauge how much pressure. Now, for some people, this is already going to be excruciatingly painful. When I do this with my clients, every single one experiences a lot of pain and restriction. That's why I'm sharing this video, because I think it could really benefit a lot of people. So you want to find that spot. Now, ideally, you would like to go up and down with the strumming, but it's very hard in this position. So you can just go side to side, very gently, very slowly. I personally like to lie down when I do it, and let the leg flop to the side. So now most of my weight is on it. Take a few deep breaths here, and then you can start to strum the ball across the muscle. So just moving your hips side to side very slightly. And you're going to stay here as long as you can. Remember that it takes a minimum of about 2 minutes before the restrictions start to really release and you start to really get some benefits. So 2 minutes should always be the minimum. If it's extremely tight, do as much as you can, breathe through it, and remember that this is really helping your body. And unless you're performing myofascial release and releasing these restrictions, you're actually not doing yourself a big service by training, because you're just going to further facilitate those restrictions in the body. So you want to spend a good amount of time doing this before you train. That's why I'm creating these video series, because I just realize the importance of it. So again, just try to relax as much as you can, try to breathe, and remember that you're really helping and healing your body. Just like in the last video, there's going to be a follow along section now where I'm going to do each side for 2 minutes, and you can follow the video if you like. It's nice to have that because it almost keeps you accountable to follow a video, whereas if you do it on your own, you tend to give up quickly because of the discomfort. So following the video will really benefit you in just making sure that you do at least the 2 minutes and that you can get it done and it feels like someone's doing it with you. So let me know how you find the glute medius myofascial release, and I'll see you in the next video.